Welcome all. Today we will look into projection of lines. We can discuss projection of various types of lines. We have already discussed the various categories of lines, which includes line perpendicular to HP, line perpendicular to VP, line parallel to VP but inclined to HP. Similarly, line parallel to HP, inclined to VP, and also line parallel to both HP and VP. Total 5 types of lines we have already discussed. And the last type, a line inclined to both HP and VP. And the pictorial representation is like this. Here, this line AB is inclined to both HP and VP, and the true inclination with HP is theta degree, and true inclination with VP is phi degree. And here, in this front view, we can see that the front view A dash B dash is a straight line inclined alpha degree with xy line, inclined alpha degree with xy line, alpha degree with xy line, and is in shortened length, and in top view, again a straight line which is inclined beta degree with xy line, in shortened length. Both front view and top view, both are in shortened length. And this angle alpha and beta are known as apparent inclinations. Here alpha is the apparent inclination with HP and beta is the apparent inclination with VP. And actually true inclination with HP is represented by theta, and true inclination with VP, true inclination with HP is represented by theta, and true inclination with VP is represented by phi. And apparent inclination with HP is represented by alpha, and the apparent inclination with VP is represented by beta. And these are the projection lines, and distance between end projectors means this distance is distance between end projectors, Okay, and on removal of object, this line AB, capital AB, we can remove that line and unfold this horizontal plane. Then we will get the orthographic view like this. Here, this is XY line, center line is XY line, and above XY line VP, below XY line HP, and we can see a front view A dash B dash like this, which is inclined alpha degree with XY line, and that is in shortened length. And again, in top view, we can see a top view AB, small letter AB, which is inclined beta degree with XY line. This is the orthographic projection of line inclined to both HP and VP. And this distance is distance between end projectors, A and B, end projectors. Okay. Orthographic projections, to see top view clearly, HP is rotated 90 degree downwards, HP rotating downward direction or in clockwise direction, then we will get the orthographic view. Then here orthographic projections means front view and top view. This is a front view A dash B dash and top view AB. Here in this figure, we can understand that if this particular plane, if the plane or trapezium capital A, small letter B and capital B, if this trapezium is, if this entire trapezium is parallel, if that trapezium is rotated to an angle beta, then that trapezium will parallel to VP. That means if that trapezium is parallel to VP, then the line AB then the line AB will be a line which is parallel to VP, Then we can get the true length of AB in front of you. For that purpose, we can rotate this trapezium. Like this. Trapezium like this means we can rotate the top view in this particular direction. Then we can make that top view which is parallel to XY line. Like this. Then that trapezium is parallel to trapezium will be parallel to VP. Then that true length will be like this. Then we can project that true length here. Then we can find out the true length of the line like this. B1 dash A dash B1 dash is the true length. Also we can say that the line or the height of point B from HB is B, capital B, small letter b, that is always a constant. That means the height of this B dash from XY line must be equal to height of B1 dash from XY line. This length is always a constant. That means this one will be the locus of the end point B. That locus is always parallel to XY line. Then same thing we can use in the case of plan also. Here we can, in the case of plan, we can use the trapezium A dash, capital A, capital B, B dash. We can use this trapezium for the rotation. Then we can rotate the trapezium in such a way that trapezium is parallel to HP. Like this. Then we will get the trapezium like this. Then this point will become B2 dash. We can use that point as B2 dash. Then we will get the true length in plan. That end point will become B2. Then we can say that this is the locus of that end point B in plan. That locus is always parallel to XY line. That means that while rotating this trapezium, to make that trapezium parallel to HP, the distance of that point B from VP is always a constant. That means this distance of point B from XY line is same as that of the distance of B2 from XY line. We can rotate that trapezium like this, and we can have that point here, and we can project it and find out this point B2. Find out this point B2. That is the case we can use while finding out the true length. That is the procedure we using to find out the true length of the line. We will rotate this plan to make that plan parallel to XY line, or we can rotate that elevation in such a way that or we can rotate that elevation to make that elevation parallel to XY line and find out the true length, here and true length here, and that true length here. And we know that whenever this top view is parallel to XY line, then that line becomes a line parallel to VP. Whenever the top view is parallel to XY line, then that line become a line parallel to VP. That means we can see the true length of the line in its front view. That means when this plan is parallel to XY line, then the elevation must be in true length. When plan parallel to XY line, then its elevation must be in true length. Similarly, when elevation parallel to XY, when elevation parallel to XY line, then its plan must be in true length. When its plan, then its plan must be in true length. That is a fundamental condition. So we can rotate this plan. We can rotate this plan or top view in such a way that that top view makes that top view will become parallel to XY line. That means like this. In the second figure, that top view is rotated up to this particular position in which AB2 is parallel to XY line. And also AB2, length of AB2 is equal to AB is equal to length of top view. Then AB2 is parallel to XY line. Then we can say that this plan is parallel to XY. Then its elevation must be in true length. Then we can project this point B2 and we can locate this B1 dash, this point B1 dash. Then we can locate this point B1 dash, and that line A dash B1 dash will be in true length. In this manner, or in this by using this procedure, we can find out the true length of the line. Here we can use either B1 dash or B2 dash. If this point is represented by B2, we can use this point as B2 dash also. Then we can say that A dash B2 dash is equal to true length. A dash B2 dash is equal to true length. Similarly, we can rotate this elevation also. Then we can rotate that elevation. We can rotate that elevation in such a way that this point B1, this point B1 dash, and the A dash B1 dash is equal to A dash B dash, and that A dash B1 dash, that line A dash B1 dash must be parallel to XY line. Then that elevation will become parallel to XY line. And if that elevation is parallel to XY, then its plan must be in true length. Then we can project that point and we can find out B1. Then this plan must be in true length. That means this A dash B2 dash is equal to true length. That's equal to AB1. AB1 also equal to true length. Then in this, by using this procedure, we can represent the true length in plan and elevation. Plan. In both views, we can represent the true length. And this is the most important diagram. We can memorize it as a circuit diagram. This is the simplest way to represent the orthographic projection of a line which is inclined to both HP and VP. Here, in this particular figure, we can represent the center line as XY, then a locus of end point A and A dash. Then we can represent the true length of the line. A dash B1 dash. And that true length makes an angle of theta degree, which is the true inclination with HP. Theta degree with XY line. And we can project point B1 up to this particular point, and that point will become B1. And we can project that point B1 dash in such a way that AB1 is parallel to XY line. That means if plan parallel to xy, then its elevation must be in true length. That is the condition. Then we can rotate that point B1 in such a way that B1 is the radius of the arc and A is the center. Then in the same manner, we can represent the true length of the line AB1 in plan also. Then we will get the locus of the end point B. Then we can find out the intersecting point of this particular arc and that locus. Then we can mark the point B. Then AB will become the plan. Then we can project that point B1 in such a way that this point B1 dash okay, here already we used that point B1, so we can use this point as B2 and this point as B2 dash. Then A dash B2 dash must be parallel to xy line. That means elevation parallel to xy line means its plan must be in true length. Then A B2 must be in true length. Then we can rotate that A dash B2 dash and we can find out that point B dash. Then A dash B dash will become the front view. Then we can counter check this entire procedure by dropping a projection line, dropping an end projector which is passing through B dash, and that must pass through point B. Then only the entire procedure will become a successful one. And here this true length is equal to A dash B1 dash and AB2. We can use that point as B2. Then A dash B1 dash and AB2 is the true length. Then the angle of true length with HP is equal to theta, true inclination with HP, theta. Here angle of true length with VP is equal to this phi. This is the true inclination with VP. Then angle of front view with xy line, that is apparent inclination with HP, and beta is the apparent inclination with VP. And the component A1, this component A1 is having the same length of front view. This is because this A1 is equal to A dash B2 dash, and that A dash B2 dash is having the same length of front view. Similarly, A dash 1 dash is equal to A B1, and that A dash 1 dash having the same length of that of top view AB. Okay, that is the theory part regarding the orthographic projection of a line which is inclined to both HP and VP. Okay. Then this is the first question. Line AB 75 mm long, and it is 30 degree and 40 degree inclined to HP and VP respectively. End A is 12 mm above HP and 10 mm in front of VP. Draw the projections. Line is in first quadrant, so that we can represent the quadrant first. XY line, below XY line HP, and above XY line VP. Then we can represent the end point. Here, distance from HP, we can represent the distance from HP in VP. Here, distance from HP is equal to 12 mm. So that this distance is equal to 12, and the distance from VP is equal to 10 mm. We can represent that distance here in HP. Okay, then after locating these end points, we can draw a horizontal line as construction line. Then we can draw a line which having the length, true length, having the true length 75 mm and which is inclined theta degree. Here theta is equal to true inclination with HP, that is given in the question as 30 degree, and this angle must be equal to 30 degree. And we can find out this B1 dash, point B1 dash, and we can represent the locus of the end point B. Similarly, we can represent the true length in plan also. Here this angle is equal to true inclination with VP, and we can here that phi is equal to 45 degree. Then we can draw the true length as a B2. We can represent this point as B2. We can represent this point as B2. Then we can project that a true length in such a way that A dash B2 dash is parallel to XY line. A dash B2 dash is parallel to XY line. Then this is the length of the front view. This length will become the length of the front view. Then we can rotate that length and find out this point B dash. After getting this front view of the end point B, we can drop or we can draw a projection line or an end projector which is passing through B dash and perpendicular to XY line. We can easily locate this point B, top view of that point. Then AB, connect A, small letter A and B, then we will get the top view of the line. This is all about the orthographic projection. Then we can counter check this answer by dropping this or by drawing a projection line which is passing through B1 dash, and we can find out a point B1 in such a way that A B1 is parallel to XY line. That means plan parallel to XY line means its elevation must be in true length. That is the condition. Then A B1, find out the length A B1, and then we can rotate that line A B1 in such a way that its center is equal to A. Then that arc must passes through point B. Then only the answer will become correct. Answer. If that arc is passing through this particular point B, then this answer, this orthographic projection drawing is perfectly a correct one. That's all about this question, this classwork. Thank you all.